Okay. Hi, you guys. I missed you last week, and I'm really, really sorry about that. I will make up for it. Um, I had something else planned for today. I was going to do something for about designing your websites, but I'm hearing a lot of people talking about this particular topic that I'm going to cover. And in light of what happened last week, I've decided that this week is going to be Fear Schmear Week. The SCH words, yeah, it could have been better. Fear Schmear does not sound very good, but then again, neither does blogging schmogging. So, actually, schmogging does sound good. Anyway, so what we're going to talk about today is the fear. There's a little thing down there that sounds really weird, but there's a thing that says ready for the 5-day blah blah blah. I haven't had a chance to change that. 5-day thing is over. We've got a new thing coming up. Anyway, so what we are going to discuss today is fear. We have a couple of people in some of the groups that I'm in who, out of fear, decided that they would put their business on hold and go back and work for somebody else. Not necessarily because they needed the money, not necessarily because they were bored at home or whatever, simply because they were afraid. And it's a lot easier to go and build somebody else's dream than to build your own. But there is literally nothing to be afraid of in starting a business. Business cannot hurt you. Business cannot take anything from you. Business is intangible. So literally, there is nothing for you to be afraid of. That said, there is risk. There is, there are investments. And while I understand that these are things that you're afraid of losing money, you're afraid of losing time, you're afraid of possibly losing face, losing the respect of people that you know. That's really your decision. In this day and age, starting a business, particularly one on the internet, means that you have almost zero overhead. So at best, you can start a business at about $100. That's really, seriously, it's bare bones, but nobody else would know it. Okay, $100. If that doesn't work out, you've lost $100. And there are people for whom that's a lot of money. This is not time for you to start a business. If $100 is too much for you to lose, this is not the time to do it. But if you're ready to start a business and you have $100, then you're ready to start your business. You don't have anything left to wait for. What you might need is a guru. What you might need is a mentor. What you might need is somebody who knows how to bring you from point A to point B to Q, whatever. But you don't need to wait. And you don't need to waste your time filling somebody else's pockets anymore. So the first thing that I would like you to do in order to alleviate a certain amount of fear is to get clear on what it is that you want to do. What is your business? If you already know that, fantastic. You are so well ahead of so many other people. But if you don't, that's okay too. It seems to me that it's hardest for people to decide what they want to do when they have so many options of what they're able to do. Okay? When you have too many options for what you're able to do, it's a little bit like going to an ice cream store or going to a diner or whatever, where you've got all of these choices of things that you want, and so you can't choose for any of them, and it becomes so frustrating, because what if you choose this thing and it's not as good as you thought it was going to be, or it's not what you thought it was going to taste like, or it's, whatever, and you're stuck eating it. But you're not. You don't have to eat it. Same thing with this. If you choose something that doesn't make you happy over the course of a month, over the course of 2 months, if you feel trapped by it, then you change courses. It's so very easy. Everything that you know in your life, everything that you are able to market is connected. It might not seem that way, but it's all connected. The common denominator, of course, is you. But if they weren't all connected, frankly, you wouldn't know them. There's a reason that they've all come together under your umbrella. There's a reason that they've all come together in your mind. There's a reason that you find them all interesting. And so if you choose one aspect of that thing, if you choose, for example, to be I don't know, a cutter rather than a seamstress, or a pattern maker rather than a seamstress, or I don't even know what the male version of that is, a tailor, I guess. And you decide that you don't like making patterns anymore. You actually want to make a thing. You want to make a dress. You want to make a hat. You want to make a handbag, whatever it is. Then it's a logical next step. And if, for example, you also know how to, I don't know, give massage, then you might want to design bags that include things that are good for massage inside. You see, but I think you see what I'm saying, that everything can be interconnected because everything is interconnected. It's just a matter of picking one thing, starting with it, and then knowing that over the course of time, years, weeks, whatever it is that you want to do, there's room for growth. You can expand your business. It doesn't have to just be this one thing. Google was one thing. Now it's pretty much everything. Facebook was one thing. Now it's 100,000 things. The Gap was jeans. Levi's was jeans. Now they've got, I don't know, suits and belts and soundtracks and shoes and blah, blah, blah. So as soon as you perfect one thing, you can spread it. You can move on, and that's okay. It doesn't make you flaky. It doesn't make you flighty. It doesn't make you incapable of sticking to something. It makes you exciting. It makes you curious, and that is fantastic. So invest your knowledge, invest your time. If you don't have the knowledge, get it, because that's the only thing that's keeping you afraid, is that you don't know something. And it's out there. The knowledge is out there. You've got plenty of people out there who are teaching everything that you could possibly need to know. You've got, your James Wedmores who are teaching people how to do videos, and he would be really, really ashamed of this video and the fact that I've mentioned him in it. You've got your Kimra Lunas who are brilliant at Facebook marketing and have made entire careers in a very short amount of time teaching these things. You have, your Jamie Olivers who teach you how to make food in a certain amount of time. You've got all of these people. There are people in the groups that I belong to in Facebook who have these super niche specialties that are so amazing. There's a woman whose specialty is teaching people how to sell their intangible goods through Pinterest. She's brilliant. I love it. So really, that's what fear is. Fear is a lack of knowledge. You're afraid of the monsters underneath your bed because you don't know what's underneath your bed. As soon as you look underneath your bed, you see there are no monsters, you're not afraid anymore. We're afraid of the dark because we don't know what's out there. And once we turn on the light and we see that there's nothing there, we're not afraid of the dark anymore. We're afraid to ask somebody a question because what if they're mean to us? What if, whatever. And then you ask them the question, you're like, oh my gosh, well, that was nothing. Yep. We're afraid to ask people out. We're afraid to ask a server for something that we want in a restaurant. We're afraid to ask somebody for a piece of gum. We're afraid of everything. But this is 100% in your control. And there's nothing to be afraid of because you won't let you down. And as long as you Get yourself a group of people who know what you don't know, and a group of people who are willing to champion you every step of the way. What is there left to be afraid of? Nothing. You can find me at tanyafox.com, and if you have any questions or you need somebody to help you feel the fear and say fuck yeah anyway, or whatever it is, drop me a line at tanyafox.com, TANIAFOX.com. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and next week we will definitely cover the 10 do's and don'ts of a really great website. 10 do's, 10 don'ts of a really great website. Thanks so much for hanging out. See you next week.